Good morning, students. Last lesson we completed till the day ended and it was almost sunset when the king told the hermit that the purpose of his visit was to get answers to his three questions, and if the hermit didn't have those answers, he would leave. However, exact that moment, someone came running towards them from behind, and the hermit suggested that the king see who it is. Okay, the king, after that, now see next para. The king turned round and saw a bearded man come running out of the forest. The man held his hands pressed against his stomach, and blood was flowing from under them. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground, mourning feebly. Now listen. The king saw a man with a wound on his stomach and blood gushing out of it. The man reached the king and fainted, crying in pain. Okay, mourning means low sound uttered from physical suffering, and feebly means weakly. Okay, mourning feebly. The king and the hermit unfastened the man's clothing. Unfastened means loosen or removed the man's clothing. There was a large wound in his stomach. The king washed it as well as he could and bandaged it with his handkerchief and a towel the hermit had. But the blood would not stop flowing, and the king again and again removed the bandage soaked with warm blood and washed and rebandaged the wound. When at last the blood stopped flowing, the man revived. Revived means feel better, and asked for something to drink. The king brought some fresh water and gave it to him. The man reached the king and fainted, crying in pain. The king then tended to the man's wound and made sure that the bleeding stopped. By then the sun had set, so they carried the man inside the hermit's house. Tired from the day's work, the king also lay down and fell asleep. Okay. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool. So the king with the hermit self carried the wounded man into the hut. The man lay there quietly with his eyes closed. By now the king was so tired after his walk and the work he had done that he lay down himself and also fell asleep. Okay. Now the king also lay down and fell asleep. Why? He also worked hard that days. Okay. Tired from the day's work. No, that's why king also slept. Okay. Now see next para. When he awoke in the morning, it took him some time to remember where he was and who was the strange bearded man lying by his side and gazing intently at him. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice. When he saw that the king was awake and was looking at him, "I do not know you, and I have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. Okay, gazing means a steady or intent look. Now, that he said, "Forgive me." That time king said, "I have nothing to forgive you. I don't know about you. Who are you? Why you are asking forgive me?" Okay. The king woke up. Now listen. The king woke up to find the wounded man gazing at him. The man apologized to the king when he woke up and saw the man staring at him. The king told him that he had nothing to apologize for. Then the man, that time, what the man did. Okay. You do not, next para, you do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy yours who swore to revenge himself. Okay, swore means to bind oneself by oath. Okay, swore means to bind oneself by oath on your, because you executed his brother and seized his property. I knew you had gone alone to see the hermit, and I resolved to kill you on your way back. But the day passed and you did not return. So I came out of my ambush to find you. Your bodyguards recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from them but would have bled to death had you not dressed my wound. I wished to kill you, but you have saved my life. Now, if I live and if you wish it, I will serve you all my life. Okay. Now see, the king told him that he had nothing to apologize for. Then the man revealed that he was an enemy of the king who wanted to take revenge on him for killing his brother and taking away his property. He intended to kill the king once he left the hermit's place. However, as the king didn't return, he came out of his hiding. The king's guards recognized and wounded him, but he managed to escape and reach the hermit's place, where the king saved his life. Indebted by the king's generosity, the man vowed to serve him all his life. Okay, now see, next, see here, who said to whom? Okay, answer my question. You do not know me, but I know you. Who? The bearded man said the above words to the king. And here one meaning, ambush means place of hiding before attack. Okay, and executed means to murder or assassinate. Revenge means to punish, to take revenge. That, okay, revenge. Now see one more, who said the following words to whom? I do not know you and I have nothing to forgive you for. The king said the above words to the bearded man. I will serve you all my life. The bearded man said the above words to the king. Here comes someone running. The hermit said the above words to the king. Okay, now see one more question I want to ask you. Who was the wounded man? The wounded man was the brother of the king's enemy whom the king had executed. One more question. Why did the wounded man want to kill the king? The wounded man wanted to kill the king because the king had executed his brother and seized his property. What happened when the bearded man came out of his ambush? As soon as the bearded man came out of his ambush, the king's bodyguards recognized him and wounded him. Now see page number 54, one question given. In what state was the bearded man when he arrived? Okay, answer. The bearded man came running out of the forest, bleeding profusely because of a wound in his stomach. Although he had pressed his hand against the wound, the bleeding continued. As he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground, mourning feebly. Okay, answer for this. Now see last para. Okay, last para. The king was very glad to have made peace with an enemy so easily and to have gained him for a friend. He not only forgave him but said he would send his man and his own physician to attend to him. The king then took leave of him and went out of the hut to look for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to beg for an answer to the questions he had asked. The hermit was outside on his knees, sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. Okay, now listen. The king was also happy to have made peace with an enemy and assured him the best medical care. Ready to leave, the king once again asked the three questions to the hermit, to which the hermit replied that his questions had already been answered. Puzzled, the king asked him for an explanation. We will continue on tomorrow.